Before we get into the meat of our podcast, we are going into our first segment, which we are calling Shoot the Breeze. It's literally the time of the show where we catch up and talk about things we're loving, that we're into, just the light stuff, you know? So we think you'll enjoy this little bit. All right, here we are. We're shooting the breeze right now. This is like maybe my favorite segment. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but what do you feel about Shoot the Breeze thus far?
I really like Shooting the Breeze. My sister actually told me it's her favorite segment.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Thanks, Natalie.
I know. She digs it.
I had to ask tonight, Nicole and Jeff, is it called Shoot the Breeze or Shooting the Breeze? And they looked at me like, how do you not know the name of this segment that we do? And I thought, well, yeah, I know.
We also had to listen to the first episode about 400 times to get it out the door.
Yeah.
And so I think
Shoot the Breeze, but we're currently shooting the breeze. And just in case anybody wanted a quick English lesson. And we thought we'd do something a little bit different this time. What is his name in Elf? We're particularly stoked out of our minds about it. Do you remember?
Yeah,
He's an angry elf, which I don't like to say. Anyway, okay. All that to say, we're going to take it a little bit of a different route tonight.
And Meredith is particularly stoked out of her mind.
Yes, I am.
About this.
Because first of all, I've got energy. You know, the mics are on and I'm like, okay, we're up. It's like
she literally has been singing. I mean, everything from Disney to Christmas music to rap music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in the span of the past 5 minutes,
JT.
we haven't heard JT yet tonight.
Oh, Jeff did, just for a quick
ever
second.
since this mic has been in front of her mouth, she has been singing.
Living out childhood dreams, everybody. I come from a family of entertainers and us gals around the well, I do. We entertained our kitchen. That's who we entertained. If those walls could talk, you know, so always singing. And I just thought
you also entertained your roommate for the first several years of our college relationship. Do you remember this?
I do. You can take it away from there if you'd like to. It sounds like you want to.
Meredith used to, this is precious, by the way. She used to wake up every morning and want to sing praise and worship music. And every morning you did this. She would make her cup of coffee. She would sit down at her desk and she would turn on praise and worship music. And I think she was trying to be considerate. So she would put headphones on, but then she would sing aloud. So every morning I was awoken not to praise and worship music, but just Meredith's voice singing along to whichever song was going on in her headphones. And it was
probably David Crowder at the time.
You are my joy. Oh, you would sing that all the throwback.
And Beth, if you're listening, you remember this because you lived across the hall from us, and you'd be like, make a joyful noise, I guess. Oh my gosh. You know, we had just gone to Passion that year, and You Are My Joy had come out by David Crowder.
Yeah.
And, you know, in case you guys want a little taste, you want a little taste? The crowd says, yeah. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay. The song goes like this. You are my joy, you are my joy. Sorry, Jeff. That's going to blow
every morning.
the microphone.
This is what I experienced every single morning. And I can picture you at your desk, like just so in it.
Yes, I did love that song. I would roll my little Corolla windows down, like churning butter on the dinner. Shout out.
You would take your hands off the wheel when the high note joy came up, and it was scary as crap because you would just be in the moment singing, forgetting that you were driving.
Such a feeler I am. Oh, such good. Yeah, those are good times.
I derailed us from what you're so excited
Everything
about.
is. Oh no, it's all welcome here. Oh, I'm just excited because we get to chat. That's all. But we. You know, normally we kind of talk about things we're digging or what we're into. And, you know, we never want to sound like a commercial by any means. We're literally just bringing stuff to you guys like, hey, we think you would like this. So we tell you. But tonight, we were reflecting back on some content we had created like months ago when we were first starting to talk about segment ideas and what we're going to talk about during Shoot the Breeze. And we have some fun things written down. So, Nicole, if you could be MTV Made anything, what would it be? She didn't know this was coming.
If I could be what?
MTV Made. You remember that show, MTV Made?
Gosh, no. I mean, I now that you say the name, what was the concept?
So you could, well, if I recall correctly, you could literally, anything you wanted to be, they would take you and get you with whatever type of professional in that industry, whatever it was for you, and MTV make you. So at the end, like, so let's say you wanted to be a singer, you have never had a voice lesson in your life or something, right? They get you with the voice
vaguely
coach,
remember
and then
this.
I could be BSing this part, but there might have been like a recital for you or something. You know how there's always a reveal at these kinds of
Or
shows.
like they'll shoot you a music video.
Yeah,
or
that's what
something.
it was. Something like that. Like,
Okay.
and you get to be
Okay.
an artist or something like that. Or
Well, so since it's your question, what is this like? What would 16-year-old Meredith
the
have
question,
wanted to be?
The answer has been the same since I was 16 and
Okay,
I'm
give it to
31.
us.
If I could be MTV made, I would be a hip hop dancer without question. Like street dancer, the whole thing. Like be able to do everything. Like be the most badass street dancer ever. Like Step Up to the Streets, that final scene. Is it Step Up to the Streets? Yes. Final scene where where they have their dance off, what is it called?
Sister, you use references I've got nothing
Within the
for.
rain. I cried at how it
I
made
don't
me.
even know what this is.
Oh gosh, I went to the Delt House afterwards and tried to mock the dance, but I just couldn't. It's just so much for me. I have such a passion for wanting to dance, and I just get so in my head that I don't do well. But that would be my MTV made. hip-hop
Now that you
dancer.
say that, and this is probably more like 13-year-old Nicole, not 16-year-old Nicole, but I wanted to be a killer whale trainer. And
I dig
actually,
it.
my parents got me like a trip to SeaWorld to swim with dolphins. And that was the point at which I realized the water is so freaking cold.
Yeah.
And
No.
I let go of that dream after that. But I thought, and now, like, obviously there's abuse of the animals and like
sure.
there's so many other factors that I didn't know about at 13. But I still think it would be so freaking cool to
yeah.
swim with a killer whale and have it push you on its nose. And
that is
that
so
would have
funny.
been my MTV made.
For
Sure.
I can
Free
see
Willy,
you doing that.
Like
Oh.
I used to, after Free Willy came out, I would go, my parents had a big bathroom. I forget which house that was, maybe in Texas, all these mirrors. And I would throw on Michael Jackson on
Hold
repeat.
me.
And just, I mean, that was my happy place.
Nicole, I never knew
You
this.
were my brother.
Love me like a mother, and I will be there. Something.
I will be, I'm only human.
Ooh, girl, I didn't listen. In the 14 years of our friendship, I did not know we bonded over Free Willy, that Michael Jackson song. It's kind of a staple of my childhood.
Oh, me too,
and
sister.
I mean, I will be there. Ooh.
Jeff's telling us to move on.
Everyone loves my voice. What are we talking about? This is where we lose every single listener. Like, if you're gonna sing into the microphone at me, I cannot be.
I
So,
know. They don't need that.
Singing, I have a question.
Whoa,
yeah.
Jeff's got a question.
NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
Oh, Jeff's question: NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
I'll be.
I can't believe she.
I was.
No, I know it. I
was
know what
room
mine
for-
is.
I
without-
was room for both all the way.
Okay,
for
that's
both.
two. I was a black and white thinker, and I was Backstreet Boys all the way. Backstreet's back, all right. I mean, I went
why
to the
did
concert.
you take us? Why did you take us down another musical path?
I know
Jeff?
it's bad for everybody. Let me say this really quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. My girlfriends and I in 7th grade. That was when I really was at the pinnacle of my friendship, and then it really quickly dropped off to no friends land for quite some time. I just took a sad route there, but it was. But we all French braided our hair, and my mom and Jamie's mom took us. We all decorated shirts that spelled out Backstreet Boys.
My mom and my friend Olivia's mom. Are you
the
going to
same
tell me
thing?
you went to the concert?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, it was amazing. It was phenomenal.
We went in Orlando.
I love that. Oh yeah, I mean it was
Michael Jackson and Backstreet Boys.
What? They were together?
No.
Oh, I was like, when did that happen?
We have shared
Yes,
childhood.
I know. Yeah, we do. We totally do. Sorry. I know. And honestly, not just Michael Jackson, that specific song, because not
No, I
everyone
know,
knows
me
that
too.
specific song.
Oh.
It's,
What?
I don't think, I mean, maybe people do, but Free
I
Willy,
guess
it's kind of a niche movie, I feel like.
Was it?
Maybe it wasn't. Sorry.
Not to a Free Willy lover like me. Maybe this is, I didn't know.
Well, let me
Doesn't
ask
feel
this
niche
question.
at all.
Did you actually get to swim with dolphins?
Yeah. I got in a tank in SeaWorld in a wetsuit and swam with dolphins. They pushed me with their noses and they
Shut
taught me
your
tricks.
mouth.
No, the dolphins didn't
Yeah,
teach me
you're like,
tricks.
here, Nicole.
The dolphin trainers taught me tricks.
Was it so scary? Like, those things are beasts, and
Oh,
I love
wasn't
dolphins.
scared at all. I was cold, but I was
Well,
not
that
scared.
makes perfect sense. That is amazing.
Yeah,
you were in
they
like
were
a
cool.
huge A pool.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, one of the big tanks that they do like the shows in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my, Nicole,
know.
that scares the crap out of me. That's amazing. I'm like bowing down to your bravery.
I didn't even
I
consider
love-
it bravery, but thank you for that.
Like,
It didn't scare me at all.
I might have nightmares.
If they
tonight.
would have brought in a whale, I would have said, let's do this thing. Yeah, the temperature.
Right, you're like, I can't. That is
But
so
I will
fascinating.
say, what good parents. They've got this
They're
kid
phenomenal.
who, because I was serious about this dream.
Yes.
Like I said, I want to be in swim lessons. I need to be a strong
love
swimmer.
that.
I made
Oh,
a
wow.
plan for
Sure.
how I was going to get there. I need
Sure.
to study marine biology. This is what I'm doing.
Wow.
And so for my birthday, they're like, okay, we'll go experience this thing. And then right afterwards, I was like, yeah, no, that's not for me.
Too cold. But that is really, honestly, so tender.
Okay, so I'm looking at your list of questions, and I like this one. Tell us something funny that happened to you this month.
Oh, you're talking to me now.
Oh yeah, I'm talking
Oh, I
to
thought you were like asking yourself.
who would I be
I thought you were
talking
talking.
to?
I thought you were reading the question and then asking yourself and going to answer it yourself. Okay, I'll tell you the story. You know this, but and some people who follow me on Instagram might know this, so bear with me if you've already seen this. But
Oh, I forgot about this.
oh yeah, this month I was sometime this month I was in Jacksonville at a Whole Foods, and just recently I've decided that I need to get back to my Texas roots and start wearing hats because it's cool, you know? So I was wearing a hat. I had on blue jean shorts, my Birkenstocks, and a sweatshirt because it was cold inside, and my backpack on. And I was working from there and go in to get the hot bar, and I'm getting my hot bar stuff and whatever. I'm leaving the hot bar area, and a mom and her daughter are starting to shop at the hot bar. The daughter's probably 4.5, 5 years old. Mom says to me, hey, where do I pay for this stuff? I said, oh, you go over there. I kind of explain the Whole Foods because it's a lot if you've never done the hot bar thing. Little girl looks up at me and says, are you a boy or a girl? And I was taken so aback. It touched a very deep place in
I'm
my
laughing
soul.
now because
know.
you've told it
Oh,
so
yeah.
many times
Yes.
and you're like more comfortable with
Yes.
it. But I cannot even imagine.
Yeah, no. So I literally turned to this 4.5-year-old, and the 4.5-year-old in me said, I a girl. Shit you not. That is how I responded. I'm a
You just walked
31-year-old
away.
woman.
You just turned around and
I
walked
kind
away.
of, I'm not going to lie to you, and this is not for the sake of exaggeration. I physically remember my shoulders slouching forward like, like, hi, a girl. Like, can't you see it kind of thing? Like, just like, please look at my face and my body. And I don't have hair on my legs. Like, I am a girl. Anyway, it was a little bit defeating. And like, as if I don't have a complex enough about this damn melasma on my upper lip. I'm like, well, okay, now a 4.5-year-old, kids don't lie, thinks that I look like a man.
Kids are brutal.
Yeah, I'm
Kids
like,
are brutal.
Oh, okay, cool. I was already feeling masculine about my face. Thanks, kid. Anyway, that happened to me. Nicole, what about you?
I don't know that this is really funny, but I was recently just last week, I was at a work like lake
Oh, yeah.
house event, and I decided I would try water skiing. And I mean, when I was 13, I lived in Florida. Lots of friends
yeah.
had boats. I could get up after 1 or 2 tries on a wakeboard, on water skis. No big deal. I tried probably 8 or 9 times
bless.
with my colleagues
No.
in the boat,
No.
encouraging me. And every
No.
time I wipe out, and then they're like trying to give me tips, and they're like,
yeah.
your legs were too far apart.
Oh, jeez, which is just awkward. It's awkward trying to watch someone get up on skis, and then it's your coworker.
And I reached a point that finally I was able to keep my legs together like they told me. And I got to like a squatting position. So I actually had made it up. The
Oh,
boat,
yeah, sure.
The boat is dragging me. But I reached this moment where I realized my quads are just way too weak to get from a squat. From a squatting position to standing up.
You're just riding in a squat, a deep
I just
squat.
rode in a squat until I gave up and just said,
Which-
you guys, it's not going
That
to
is
happen for me.
hysterical. I can see it happening, and honestly, that's a quad workout in and of itself. Like sitting in that deep
Sister,
of a
I was
squat.
so sore the
I
next
believe
day.
it.
You would think that I had gotten up and ridden around the lake. No,
Believe
I
it.
had just attempted to water ski, and I felt like I had done
Oh, sure.
a triathlon or something the
Well,
next day.
that I can literally see it in my head.
A little bit humbling, you know.
Sure. Well, nothing is more humbling than not being able to get up on water shoes. I don't care who you're in front of. People are on the boat, they're like, you can do it. And then by try 4 or 5, they're like, you got it. It's good. You're great.
The
and you're like,
energy just
yeah.
like goes,
You're
or like
one more
eventually
time,
it's like,
guys.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Like you tried
That's
hard.
like there's like your pride is there, and they want to honor your pride. Like, yeah, if you want to go again, you can. And
Well,
it's
and
everyone's
I
like,
I tried 3 times and I was like, you guys go, because I was the first one out.
Totally.
I was like, you guys go ahead. The 2 colleagues behind me got up like it was like it's
course.
the easiest thing in the
Sure.
world, right? And then I made some comment because it was all men and just 2 of us women, and my colleague, the other female, I was like, you got to at least give it a shot. Like, we can't let this be the story that all the
Right.
men got up and like
Yeah.
the women couldn't do it.
Right.
And she's like, oh no, I'm fine. And so I was like, then I'm getting back in and I'm getting up, you guys.
it is a battle of the pride. It is like that's hysterical.
Didn't happen for me.
Well, you got a good quad workout.
I did. Thank you for that. And I need it, apparently.
That is so funny.
I gotta-
I can
I
see
gotta
you
get back
scooting
into
along.
yoga, you
yeah,
know?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's good. Sis, that is good. Thanks for listening to the Room for Both podcast. We're always open for feedback, so if there was something that you resonated with or would like for us to discuss, please visit roomforbothpodcast.com or find us on Instagram at Room for Both Podcast and drop us a line. And also, while you're at it, would you do us a solid and rate this podcast so that we can eventually pay our sound guy?